Hello again, everybody. Doug Bench here with you from the Brain Training Academy, home of the Brain School. We're here with you with another tweet tip, a brain training tweet tip. These are short little videos based on our Twitter quotes to help explain them and help you understand why these things will work for you to advance your achievements and improve your brain health. This is tweet tip number 7. Here it is. Want to help fight off Alzheimer's? Want to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's before the age of 85 by up to 50%? Do aerobic exercise. Walk briskly for 2 miles or 30 minutes a day. Now that's the tweet tip quote, but why is this important? Why does this work for you? Well, here's why. Remember, I've told you there's been an explosion of brain science discoveries in just the last 12 years, and I like to bring you all this information on how you can improve your achievements. But it's also vitally important for those of you and me that are getting into our advanced years. And to me, that's anything over the age of 40. We're all concerned about cognitive loss. We're all concerned about Alzheimer's. Memory loss. How many of you got a bad memory? Yeah, me too. Hard to remember names, isn't it? Well, I got some fantastic news. If you want to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's, do some aerobic exercises. That's where you get into heavy breathing for 20 to 30 minutes a day. One of the best ways to get into aerobic exercise is walk. Walk briskly, not slow, and do it continuously for at least 2 miles a day, 5 days a week. About 30 minutes or so of exercise. What does that do for you? Well, it certainly adds to the circulation of blood through your brain. And because of the brain science discovery called neurogenesis, where you now know you can increase the number of brain connections in your brain, increase the number of brain cells you have because of neurogenesis by learning and doing new things. Well, guess what else? They also know that you can create an extra supply of these new neuron connections. You see, the scientists have learned that one of the components of Alzheimer's is called atrophic Alzheimer's, atrophy. Literally, as we age, some of the brain cell connections we've created in our brain that help us achieve, that increase our capacity for achievement, as we age, these brain connections atrophy and literally shrink in size and break apart, and we can't use them anymore. But if you stimulate your brain by learning new things, you can create new brain cell connections, no matter what your age, right up till the last day, if you know what I mean. You can be forming new connections in your brain. And these new connections can be used in place of those connections that are starting to atrophy. So if you want to reduce your risk of Alzheimer's before the age of 85, do aerobic exercise every day, 30 minutes a day. You can skip 2 days out of 7. Walk briskly 5 days a week. I want to briefly add to this. There was some research done recently where they took 12 categories of professions and they categorized these from 1 through 12 based on which profession had the most structured lifestyle to the least structured, the most varied on a day-to-day basis. And of course, you can figure this out too. The most structured would be forming the least new brain cell connections over their life, because their everyday business life would be about the same. But those professions that their day-to-day business life was different, such as artists and musicians, who were number 11, 12 on this list, their lives were very varied. And they took a look at people who were in their professions. They looked at engineers, who had the most structured. They looked at architects. They looked at attorneys. They looked at teachers. They looked at manual labor, construction workers. They looked at artists and musicians and categorized them by most structured life to least. And they took a look at the people that were in these 12 professions and measured their life expectancies after retirement. After retirement. The shortest group life expectancy. This is tragic. If you're an engineer, you got to change. You got to learn new things on a daily basis, because the life expectancy of an engineer who works 30 years in his profession and then totally retires is only 2.6 years because they've not built up a neural reserve of brain cell connections because their life is so structured. The life expectancy past retirement of an artist and musician was 22 plus years. Wow! Now, it doesn't matter which of these professions you're in. Take this knowledge and apply it. Do things that will build up this neural reserve for you. Get active. Learn new things every day. And exercise every day. 30 plus minutes. This is Doug, the brain training guy from the Brain Training Academy, home of the Brain School, with another fantastic tweet tip. We'll see you next time.